Drop some lead on those motherfuckers!
In 2005, scientists discover a planet nicknamed Planet G in the habitable zone of a solar system many light years away. They plan to send signals to this alien planet from their communications station in Hawaii by using a deep orbit satellite to amplify their signal and assume the first transmission is sent. Meanwhile, in Oahu, Alex Hopper is watching news reports of the transmission while celebrating his birthday with his brother U.S. Navy Commander Stone Hopper in a bar. He notices a pretty girl walking in and orders a chicken burrito but doesn't get it. Wanting to impress the girl, Alex goes over to the bar demanding that she get her chicken burrito, but the bartender still refuses. He asks her name, but she answers, "I'm hungry," so Alex tells her to give him 5 minutes and he will get her that burrito, and she agrees. He runs over to a convenience store, which closes right as he gets there, so he breaks into the store through the back but ends up getting caught on CCTV. He finds the burrito, heats it up, leaves cash and tries exiting through the ceiling, but ends up falling back down. From the bar, Stone sees Alex running from the cops yelling that he got his burrito and ends up getting tased. Later, Stone is ripping him a new one. He reveals that the girl, Samantha, is the daughter of Admiral Shane, commander of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, and Alex's actions could threaten his job. Alex has been living on his couch eating his life away, but Stone has a different plan for him and forces him to join the Navy. 6 years later, Alex is a lieutenant in the Navy participating in the 2012 RIMPAC celebrations and exercise along with Japan, where he gets fouled by Japanese Captain Nagata, kicking off a rivalry. He is now dating Samantha with hopes of asking her father permission to marry her. Meanwhile, in space, something is responding to the signals being broadcasted. After an awards ceremony, Samantha asks her dad to give Alex a few minutes of his time, and he reluctantly agrees. Stone is trying to convince Alex to man up and talk to Shane, but he chickens out and runs to the bathroom trying to compose himself when Nagata walks in, mocking Alex for talking to himself. Seaman Jimmy comes across them fighting, and soon Alex and Nagata are called in before Admiral Shane. Alex claims he was falling and Nagata was helping him up, but Shane is having none of it. He then talks to Alex alone. He admits that Alex is talented, but is set on wasting it and wonders what Samantha sees in him. Shane then warns that these naval exercises could be his last. The following day, the RIMPAC sea and air exercises begin, and Alex is on board his ship, the USS John Paul Jones, as their weapons officer, while Stone is commanding the USS Sampson. Alex boards a chopper and joins Stone on his ship, where he learns that he may be kicked from the Navy. He wants Stone's help, but he thinks Alex needs to learn humility. Samantha goes to work as a naval physical therapist, where she works with recovering veterans. There she starts working with a new patient, Mick Canales, a double amputee combat veteran, who has given up the will to fight. He thinks he is just half a man, but Samantha is determined to work with him. The two go for a walk on the mountainside when she gets a call from Alex, who apologizes for messing up and plans to make things right with her father. Meanwhile, head of the Beacon program, Dr. Nogrady, soon picks up 5 alien objects speeding towards Earth. At the Saddle Ridge station, scientist Cal Zapata is alerted by his second Danny to the strange activity and a call from Dr. Nogrady. Inside, they conference with NASA and confirm that the objects are heading straight for Hawaii. One of the objects crashes into a satellite and breaks formation. 4 of the objects land off the coast of Hawaii. Meanwhile, the 5th is destroyed and crashes into Hong Kong. At the Pentagon, the Secretary of Defense is briefed on the situation and learns this is an alien response to their transmission. Shane is soon alerted to the UFO in their vicinity and contacts the USS Sampson and Nagata's ship, the Myoko, to investigate. Dr. Nogrady gets the results from the crash in Hong Kong and determines that the craft is made of a material not on Earth, but from their expertise they determine it was for communications. On the Pacific, Jimmy is first to spot the alien structure a distance off, but it doesn't show up on any of their radars. Alex's gunner Cora Rakes picks up the craft on her scope, wondering if it's a training exercise. Stone decides to send a team for a closer look, so Cora, Alex, and Chief Petty Officer Walter Lynch take a boat out with a machine gun mounted. Alex tries communicating with the structure, but gets no response, so he decides to board it. They get closer and Alex jumps onto the object, ignoring the warnings from Cora and Walter. He touches the craft, but an electrical current throws him back. Cora runs to help him when the structure begins to power up, then throws up a massive force field around itself and the 3 destroyers, cutting them off from the rest of the world. Inside, 3 alien ships burst from the water, and Jimmy thinks the Navy is going too far with its exercise. Stone sounds his destroyer horn as a warning to the UFOs. So one of the crafts emits a sonic wave that almost splits everyone's heads open. The John Paul Jones then fires a warning shot at one of the crafts but misses. So the craft makes a jump to get closer to the ship. It detects their weapons systems and fires projectiles, most of which are destroyed by the ship's automated guns. But one hits the deck and blows a hole in it, killing the command personnel. Alex, Cora, and Walter charge at the alien craft, letting off shots. Stone sees him acting recklessly and fires at the UFO, drawing its attention. But their ship ends up getting hit and their hull breached. The ship starts to take in water, but Stone keeps up fire until Alex is clear. The UFO then fires another volley of projectiles, but this time they all hit the Samson, blasting it up and killing Stone in the process. Enraged at his brother's death, Alex races back to the John Paul Jones demanding the captain, but learns he is dead and Alex is now the highest-ranking officer on board the ship, and he is in command. With this, Alex recklessly orders a full attack and their ship charges forward, so Nagata orders the Myoko forward as well. The John Paul Jones fires on the craft, but since the Myoko is more advanced, it gets targeted first and gets hit with projectiles and destroyed. Alex ignores this and orders the guns ready as he plans to get revenge for his brother. The others remind him of the Myoko sailors in need of rescue and their messed up firing system, and just before the UFO fires on them, Alex comes to his senses and calls off the attack, and the UFO retracts its guns. The alien structure then fires 3 massive self-guiding drones towards the island, and a transport craft detaches from the structure and follows them. 2 of the drones hit a military base nearby, taking out all the choppers. The third lands inside a baseball pitch and pauses before destroying the pillars supporting the highway, causing mass casualties. Alex's crew rescues Nagata's crew from their ship. Meanwhile, Samantha and Mick see the alien transport ship fly overhead and land nearby Cal's station with armored extraterrestrials on board. Samantha and Mick encounter a cop who warns them to leave the mountain as there is word of aliens, before he and his team head up the mountain. Mick had no intention of leaving, as he had never seen an alien before. The cops don't make it far up the mountain when they are attacked by the aliens. On board the John Paul Jones, Alex locks himself away inside the bathrooms. Walter finds him there, but he refuses to leave as he doesn't think he can captain the ship, but Walter convinces him. He returns to the crew to see they have fished an alien corpse still in its armor out of the water after one of their transports must have crashed. Alex goes in for a closer look and Nagata comes to help, and they manage to detach the alien's mask. They start to inspect the creature, but the creature jumps alive and grabs Alex, causing him to see visions of a war on the alien's home planet. The others manage to restrain him, but soon an explosion goes off and other aliens enter the ship to rescue their comrade before leaving in their ship. Alex then hears reports of men down and realizes the aliens are still on the ship. He and Cora form a team and start searching the ship for the aliens when one man is dragged up a staircase, but the alien soon disappears again when they get to the floor. Alex takes rakes and pushes on. Meanwhile, Walter and 2 other seamen are down in the engine room when the door to the room bursts open. An armored alien then enters the room. Walter orders the others to escape and stays behind to face the alien, but he doesn't see him as a threat. It turns its attention to the machines around it, so Walter attacks it, causing it to attack him and throw him back. Alex then follows up with gunfire, but the alien makes easy work of him also. It reveals a blade to end him, but Cora appears and lets off shots at it, and it knocks her down. Alex orders her to get to the guns, causing the alien to chase after him. It catches up to him on the deck of the destroyer, but Cora manages to get to the guns in time, and as the alien approaches Alex to finish him, she turns the guns right in his face and fires point blank, destroying it. Samantha and Mick make it further up the mountain to see the destroyed police cars. Mick now thinks they should leave, and tells Samantha to grab the keys from a cop's belt for the car they left down the mountain. She finds the cop with the keys, but some aliens soon come into view, forcing her to hide behind some cars. One alien almost comes close to her hiding spot, but it soon gets distracted. They get back to the police car, and Samantha is radioing for help when they encounter Cal, who is freaked out after the aliens attacked his outpost and killed Danny. Dr. Nogrady is now certain that the object that crashed into Hong Kong was the aliens' communications ship, and they are now trying to establish a line of communication back to their home, which is why they have taken over Hawaii and its facilities. On the mountainside, Mick deduces the same thing and suspects that they are planning on bringing reinforcements. Jimmy tries on one of the aliens' helmets and realizes its main purpose is blocking out the sunlight. He reveals to Alex that the aliens have the same eyes as his lizard, and just like his lizard, he suspects the aliens cannot handle the sunlight. Meanwhile, news of the aliens' contact is beginning to spark global unrest, with many governments declaring martial law. Back on the mountain, Cal notes that the aliens are waiting on their satellite to come into orbit to start transmitting their signal as they see alien cargo ships moving about in the distance. On board the John Paul Jones, Alex is trying to figure out their next move as all their tracking systems are being jammed by the aliens. But Nagata thinks it's the same for them also since they are still alive. He however has an idea, revealing they can track the ship's water displacement by hacking tsunami buoys that transmit a signal each time they are hit by waves. Nagata shows the crew how to hack into and display all the tsunami buoys along with the John Paul Jones, and realizing Nagata is better suited to handle the new developments, he hands over the captaincy to him. On the mountain, Samantha thinks if they could get through to Alex, then John Paul Jones could take out the entire mountain. Hearing this, Cal reveals that the tech used to block their comms is a pulse, which means there are gaps, and he could find a way to get a message through. His equipment, however, is at his outpost, which is being overrun by aliens, but Samantha and Mick are determined to go get it. On board the John Paul Jones, they soon pick up the movement of a ship close by, and Alex sends Cora to man the guns. Nagata prepares to fire on the ship, warning that the aliens will know their location once they do. The alien ship gets to the target, and 2 missiles are fired but miss, and the ship starts heading toward them. Samantha, Mick and Cal get to the outpost crawling with aliens, and Cal manages to sneak inside his former office. He grabs the equipment, but an alien has found him. It comes close, but sensing only fear and no threat from Cal, it does not attack him. Nagata locks back in on the alien ship and sends 2 more missiles, but another alien ship turns up and both fire projectiles at the destroyer. With quick thinking, Alex orders the ship in full reverse, causing some missiles to miss, and the automated guns take out the rest. Both crafts start water jumping to get to the John Paul Jones, but Nagata locks in, lines up both craft, and fires 2 sets of rockets, both of which hit their targets with precision. They then hear a call for help over the radios, and when Alex answers, he hears Samantha's voice. She explains that the aliens have taken over the satellite array, and wants Alex to destroy the facility before the relay satellite comes into orbit in 4 hours. Another alien craft soon pops up on their system, but this time, the craft starts moving erratically, making it hard to get a lock on. As the craft comes closer, Alex learns that sunrise is in 40 minutes, so he sets a course for the coast of Oahu, then puts the destroyers back to the sunrise. Nagata and Alex then set up powerful sniper rifles on the bow of the ship, waiting for the alien craft to close in on them. The craft finally shows itself and prepares to fire, but just then the sun rises over the mountain and Alex and Nagata open fire, cracking the craft's window. The John Paul Jones then unleashes all its guns and missiles on the craft, destroying it in a spectacular explosion. The crew's celebration is cut short though when 2 alien drones come crashing into the ship, destroying everything in their path. The destroyer begins to take in water, so the crew all abandon ship and watch as the drones finish the rest. Turns out Nagata and Alex have not made it off, and as the ship goes tail up, they climb to its peak and jump before the entire ship goes down. Samantha sees the ship go up in smoke and becomes worried for Alex. With just 3 hours left for the aliens to start transmitting, Mick decides they must do what they can to delay the aliens as much as possible. Cal, however, doesn't want any part of their plan and decides not to join them. Alex and the surviving crew are returning to land looking defeated, but Alex cannot let it end like this. Nagata tells him they have no ships, but Alex reminds him they still have the USS Missouri, a decommissioned World War II battleship. On board, Jimmy notes that the ship's systems are outdated and they have no idea how to operate it. But as Alex looks around, he notices the World War II veterans who once operated the battleship eyeing them and gets an idea. He meets with their captain, who agrees to help them however they can. Everyone then gets to work getting the Missouri operational and cutting the massive chains holding its anchor before setting sail. They soon come upon the alien structure projecting the force field, but this time it begins to move, revealing itself to be a massive ship. The craft detects the USS Missouri's weapons aimed at it and readies its multitude of projectiles. Alex then orders the ship's guns to turn away, forcing the massive alien craft to try and maneuver to keep it in its aim. The craft fires its projectiles, but Alex orders the anchor to be dropped, causing the Missouri to abruptly stop and the projectiles to narrowly miss their target.
Let's drop some lead on those mother...
Now in the ship's blind spot, the Missouri hits it with a volley of shots. The aliens prepare to fire once more, but Alex has the anchor released and punches forward, but one projectile destroys one of their guns. They in turn unleash all the battleship's weapons, plus their machine guns, and destroy the ship and its force field generators. The force field falls, but at that moment the aliens activate their transmission, as the relay satellite is close by. Samantha and Mick then drive into the alien compound, ripping some wires before crashing, and soon find themselves surrounded. The USS Missouri only has one round of high explosive left, and Alex tells them to prepare it for the island. The round is massive, weighing over 1,000 pounds, so everyone bands together and begins to move the round. Mick realizes they cannot escape and steps out to face an alien, who at first doesn't see him as a threat until Mick tackles the big alien and manages to rip off its helmet. Disoriented from the sunlight, Mick lays down a beating on the alien. It manages to knock Mick down and is about to impale him when Cal shows up for the save, allowing Mick to pin the alien down and choke it out. The other aliens manage to get their machines back online, but Alex and the guys get the explosive to its gun, and Cora begins to line up the shot. Suddenly, the downed alien craft in the water prepares to launch drones, but Alex is prepared to accomplish his mission and orders Cora to fire. The round hits the satellite array, destroying it, and the alien craft launches its drones, but they are shot down by fighter jets who finish off the massive craft. Alex is promoted to lieutenant commander and presented with a Silver Star and his brother's posthumous Navy Cross. Admiral Shane promises Alex will soon have a ship of his own, while he is also recommended to become a Navy SEAL. Alex asks him for Sam's hand in marriage. The Admiral initially refuses but invites Alex to lunch. In a post-credits scene, some people in Scotland are scared off by an alien that emerges from something that fell from the sky. Thanks for watching. If you had a good time, go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe for more recaps just like this. And hey, don't click away just yet. YouTube thinks you'll love one of these two videos popping up right here, so check them out next.